We take a break. Let's take a look at our Hibernia Bank Classroom Champions. And first of all, Paul Mefford from Northwestern State Junior, leading the team with 36 tackles, but also Scholar Athlete of the Year from NSU. And on the other side, for Nicholls State University, Joseph Trosclair, and a senior with a 3.557 undergraduate GPA, three-time academic All-American. Congratulations to both those gentlemen, the Hibernia Classroom Champion. And we're glad to have with us from Hibernia Bank, we've got Hugh Hamilton, and it's great that your bank is so involved in the Southland Conference. Hugh, give us a little reasons why that the corporate sponsorship is such a big deal with Hibernia.
Well, first of all, thanks for having us here, and we certainly are having an exciting game here this evening. The Southland Conference is very much into education, and Hibernia is as well. We are the presenting sponsor for the Southland Conference's championships, also the official bank of the Southland Conference. But I think what's very important is the fact that we value education within our communities, and so does the Southland Conference. And we're able to sponsor numerous student-athlete awards in terms of education. Some of those include the Hibernia Southland Conference All-Academic Team, the Hibernia Southland Conference Student Athlete Award, also the Hibernia Commissioner's Honor Roll, also the F.L. McDonald Postgraduate Scholarship. We're able to recognize over 1,000 of our athletes in terms of their excellence in education.
You guys need to do a little bit more, don't you think?
I think doing a lot here.
Well, tell us a little bit about the bank itself, and I know there's some expansion process that's going on throughout Louisiana and Texas.
Great bit of expansion. I think one thing that's great in terms of the Southland Conference and Hibernia is the fact that our footprint overlaps the footprint of the Southland Conference. The two teams that are here this evening, we have small presences both in Thibodaux as well as Shreveport. So a real nice partnership between the Southland Conference and Hibernia, and we've had the opportunity to add over 100 branches in Texas, and again this ends up being a nice match with Hibernia and the Southland Conference.
And the real reason he's smiling is because his team, he's also part of the Colonel's Club here at Nicholls State, and you're up 17-14. Hugh, we appreciate your time, and thanks for all that you and Hibernia Bank do for the Southland Conference.
Thank you very much, Bill.
Hugh Hamilton with us from Hibernia Bank, and so far it is Nicholls State on top, 17-14 at the half. You're watching it all on FSN. We'll be right back.
It's the cool, crisp feel of an autumn afternoon. The smell of burgers sizzling on tailgates. The brassy sounds of a marching band. And the roar of a mighty throng of fans. This is football in the Southland. A grand tradition of gridiron greatness. Where raw recruits make their bids to rise above the deeds of yesterday's heroes. It's here that legends are born and stories unfold. Of triumphant victories and despairing defeats. This is Southland football, where helmet meets helmet, pad meets pad, and with a lot of sweat and a little luck, a pigskin makes it into the promised land. This is no dance contest. This is butt-kicking, bulldog, smash-mouth football in the finest tradition of the game. There is no better way to spend a Saturday afternoon. It's Southland football, for crying out loud. Now get out there and live it!
With nowhere to go as he pitches to the halfback. Wow, is he Pelayed for about a 10-yard loss on the play. They read that one.
Brings to mind the Romans crushing defeat in a critical battle just outside of modern-day Turkey, AD 378. Ultimately, it meant the fall of the empire.
Great crowd tonight, eh, Chuck?
At its height, Rome numbered over 1 million people.
Hibernia, official bank of Southland Conference Athletics.
It was well policed. Sanitation was excellent.
And Southland Conference Academics.
What's the best part of your home business?
Well, the money, the financial security, and the freedom.
The lifestyle, working when and where I want.
Not having a boss.
If you're not enjoying the benefits of a home-based business, then you're missing out on your share of an industry that's reaching $1 trillion.
I went to this website, filled in my personal interest, and their system matched me up with the perfect opportunity.
4 years ago, I had no job and over $200,000 in debt. I went to this website, and this year I should make over $250,000.
I got started only 11 months ago, and I'm up to $5,000 a month.
If you're considering a home-based business, this is the one website that you need to visit. They take all the fear out of getting started. All you need is a computer and the desire to succeed.
My goal for next year is $50,000 a month.
I never dreamed I'd be making $20,000 a month, but I am.
This wasn't one of those get-rich-quick schemes, but guess what? I did.
Go to this website and get started today. The best of your life is just a click away. So go to your computer and log on to this website now.
America's Global Sports Channel.
Welcome back to Thibodaux. Nicholls State with a 17-14 lead over Northwestern State at the half. Second half about to begin, but first of all, Lisa Jenkins had a chance to visit with the head coach of the Demons, Scott Stoker.
Coach, it's a tight game going into the half. What adjustments did you tell your team to make in the locker room?
It's not a lot of adjustments. You know, you just can't turn the football over against anybody and have that many penalties on offense, you know, and expect to be successful. You know, defense, we gave up a couple of big plays. You know, they haven't ran all year, but, I mean, that's part of the game. You know, we just got to continue to not turn the football over, not get stupid penalties, and then see what happens, play hard the second half.
Okay, great. Thanks for your time, Coach.
Thank you, Coach Stoker. Thank you, Lisa. And we'll have a chance now to take a look at the Best Western first half stats, Gary, and there's certainly an interesting story there.
Really is. Look at this, 145 yards passing for Nicholls State. That's not the norm. Now, they normally run the ball very well, but they haven't got that going. The Demons' turnover, Scott Stoker talked about it here, 3 turnovers on the half. That's not something that they can do here in the second half and expect to win this football game. And a lot of penalties against that Northwestern State offense, miscues, and I tell you, the Colonels are taking full advantage of it, putting points on the board, taking advantage of the field position, and going to get the ball here to start the second half.
Well, let's take a look at the Nicholls possessions here in the first half. This is a team that is leading the league in rushing at 259 per game, that was held to just 22 yards rushing. But look at the length of the plays.
Well, 80 yards on the touchdown. That's a huge pass play to start the football game. The first play of the game for them, but David Plaisance from Yale Vinoy. And then 3 plays in punt, interception, and a couple of good things happened for them. But the blocked field goal, I think, was big for Northwestern State on their defensive side. Give them a little bit of momentum.
For the Demons, they scored on their first 2 possessions, and then the problems.
Yeah, they didn't look like they were going to be stopped at all. The first 2 possessions moved the ball down the field, and then the problems came in. You see the interception here and the fumble, couple 3 turnovers here in this first half against Northwestern State, and they cannot do that again the second half to expect to win this game, Bill.
And the leading rusher in the game for Northwestern State, it has been Sheldon Sampson. 10 carries, 88 yards, but he got 67 of those on the first drive, where he got all of their yardage. And for Nicholls State, the story, as Gary mentioned, the passing of Vanoy, 3 of 6 for 145 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And the kickoff comes to Nicholls State, and on the return out to the 20-yard line, and that is Kelly, who will bring it out to the 22-yard line before he's brought down, and the Colonels will take over their 1st and 10. Remember, they ended the first half with possession of the football, and as you mentioned, didn't do anything silly. Now they get a chance for a fresh start.
Yeah, fresh start here, good field position, get your offense out there. Now take that triple option attack, an offensive attack, and make some fine-tune adjustments at halftime, see how they go against this Demon defense.
Quarterback Yale Vinoy. Vinoy with his running back. The fullback will be Cal Jones to start this possession. 1st and 10 from the 22 for the Nicholls. Colonels with a 17-14 lead, and a little look-in pass on that first down, and the way they started the ball game is Plaisance is again the receiver and close to a first down.
Yeah, that's the same play they ran in the goal line early and late in the second quarter. Almost had a touchdown on that pass, and Plaisance did not catch that football. Good execution that time by Vinoy, get it out there to him, and brings up a first down here.
So Plaisance, who had 2 touchdown receptions in the first half, gets his 3rd catch of the night. He had 6 for the season coming in. 1st and 10 at the 33 on an 11-yard pickup. Vanoy faked to the fullback, kept it, fooled no one, and is stopped after maybe a yard at the 34-yard line.
The thing that hurts an option attack is penetration. Watch here as you get penetration on the defense here. Blows up the play, and then you have your linebacker straight very well, which is what happened here. Good job by Mefford, the middle linebacker coming around. Not a big linebacker, Mefford, but a lot of heart. Makes a lot of plays for this Demon defense.
Second and 9 at the 34 of the Colonels. Vanoy with the pitch to Plaisance, and Plaisance was going for the block. And fortunate that the Colonels come up with a football.
Yeah, Vanoy actually goes out on and gets it himself and tried to pitch that to Plaisance, as you said, Bill. But here's David Plaisance going to come back and go out here, and Vanoy pitches it out there to him, but he's not looking for the ball at all. It actually hits him in the back, and good job by Vanoy of realizing his mistake. Had a tailback back there. That was Colt Coletti back. Probably wanted to pitch it to him, but forgot who he's supposed to pitch it to.
I think this game can't turn on a bounce. It just happened to bounce perfectly off of Plaisance, and Vanoy picks it up. Fake pitch and a pass, and is complete with a flag thrown. Michael Okoronkwo, the freshman out of New Orleans, makes the reception.
Yeah, and there's a flag right there at the end of the play. I don't know if it's going against the offense for pushing off or the defense for contact, but maybe holding against Northwestern State. That's exactly what we're going to get.
So the penalty woes continue for the Demons. Daryl Kitchen was covering for Northwestern on that particular play.
A play action pass here, and you got the big receiver Richardson going down the field, and Vanoy throwing a couple of good balls tonight and has a pretty good strike itself.
Holding on the defense, number 26, 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
The expression of Scott Stoker on the Demon sideline pretty well tells you what you need to know. He's not happy with the official call, but you know he's not happy with his football club, as he mentioned to Lisa there about the penalties and the mistakes this team has made.
You know, this defense coming in here, Bill, we talked about it earlier, ranked #1 in Division I AA in total defense. A lot of pride out there, and whenever you have big plays go against you, which the Colonels had early in this football game, they're not very happy about those things.
1st and 10, and Jones with the carry, but another flag thrown into the middle of that, and as he gets to the 45-yard line.
Penalty flag thrown by the umpire again.
Newhouse and Woods on the stop.
Chop block, number 75 on the offense. 15-yard penalty, still first down.
Howson, Jake Howson, a sophomore from Cy Falls in the Houston area, makes the miscue.
Jake Howson, one of the most experienced players on that offensive front here for the Colonels, and actually was a starter a year ago and played this year, playing as a sophomore this year. And odd thing about him, Bill, early this season he actually played in one football game all 5 offensive line positions in that game. Played both guards, both tackles, and a little bit of center. So versatile player, but a penalty there against him, and it's that contact play where you have one player engaged and he comes and cut blocks, and umpires call that twice tonight.
And as a result, it's now 1st and 25. Third penalty of the night for Nicholls. The ball of the 27. Pitch to Coletti as Vanoy was hit hard just as he gave that up. And that Northwestern State defense is starting to rise to the occasion now. Johnson and Woods, the tacklers.
Well, that defense for Northwestern, Bill, is built on speed. That's what they try to recruit to that football team. And you take this offense, when they run the ball, and you try to spread it out to the sideline and then get your speed of your secondary, your linebackers flowing to the ball. Good news here for this Demon defense. That's what they do, and they do well, and that's the reason they're the #1 defense in the league.
Well, coming in, Johnson and Woods, 45 tackles each. Mefford, the leader, with 46. So they all are talented and can run to the football. 2nd down. Vanoy to throw, and it is overthrown, intended for Marcus Richardson. And putting the pressure on was Wesley. Came right after Vanoy.
Yeah, play action here. Good job by Wesley, the front 4, actually for the Demons, getting pressure on after the play action, not allowing him to set his feet and throw. The ball overthrown, and a lot of pressure up front by this football team all season long. And defensive coaches speak real highly of that front 4, and they say that they're the reason for their success this year.
So it is now 3rd down and 27. The ball at the 25-yard line. They need to get across midfield for the first down. And And they give it off to Jones. He gets a couple, and a punting situation now here for the Colonels.
You know, a lot of people think, well, why are they handing it off third down and long inside here? Why don't you drop back and pass it? Well, that's not the offense of the Nicholls State. They're more of a run the football type, and when you get in a third and long situation, they don't have a lot of plays in their playbook where they can actually make that yardage up. So it's okay sometimes to go 1 down, 2 downs, 3 downs and punt. Just try to flip the field with your punter and play good defense and try to win the field position battle and hopefully hang on there and win the ball game in the end.
Toby Ziegler is the deep man as Wilcox had a 54-yarder in the first half. Ziegler, the top return man punt-wise in the Southland, averaging 13+ per return.
Yeah, it's going to be a delay of game here.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
And you can't give up. These are what you call phantom yards. Here are yards that you don't see in the stat book, but defense now of Northwestern State has now pushed this Colonel offense all the way back to their 25-yard line, or inside their 25-yard line, where they had started with great field position.
Yeah, they had a 1st and 10 at the 42. And now they sit on a 4th down, the ball on their 23-yard line. Wilcox kick, Ziegler fumbles it, and it looks like the Colonels have got the football. Let's see as they unpile.
56.
Yeah, they're going to give it to the Colonels. Nicholls State comes up with that muff punt by Ziegler. Ball came down, Bill. It was kind of an end-over-end kick, but it went right off his chest, and it bounced right back towards the Colonels covering the kick.
Well, Gary, they needed to get to the 48 to get the first down.
That's about what they got.
They're on the 42, so they got that and 6 on the punt. And there also is a thing that you look at Nicholls and say, don't get out of what you do, because you just might get one this way.
Well, the ball bounces down, and you see right there on the bottom, I think it's probably number 56 for the Colonels coming up with that ball. And that's Dustin Disclair.
And on the first down, the pass is intended for Plaisance is incomplete.
Another pop pass opportunity there. Quarterback is trying to hit his little halfback there right off the line of scrimmage. Deflection, good job by the defensive line. That's Gary Wesley making that nice jumping effort.
And it'll be 2nd and 10 now. Richardson wide to the left side, the top of your screen. Coletti sets up there as one back. Cole is the fullback behind the quarterback, Van Noy. Pitches it, and Coletti ran out of room and knocked near the sideline, but the clock will keep moving at just around the 40-yard line.
Cole Coletti hadn't had a chance to get the ball in his hands very much tonight, but he really is one of the heart and soul of this football team. Last year played fullback and really tough in there. He's one of the strongest players that I've seen play. And just a little bit of look at him here in the weight room. This is Cole Coletti. Just yesterday, 225 pounds, just knocking it out. I mean, that's simple work for him. Can you keep count, folks? Is that a strong young man? That's Cole Coletti.
I'm breathing hard just watching. And a loose one back on the 48-yard line. Incomplete pass is what that'll be ruled. Yeah, Coletti is a guy that last year, 585 yards, 12 touchdowns, an all-conference pick.
Well, look at those arms. You know, look at that. That's pretty good guns. Nice, strong, physical. You know, like I said, he played fullback. He was a banger inside. Now they're letting him play halfback more and get around the corner, and he's a tough player.
Punting situation here. Wilcox comes on, and the Demons will go back in the return formation, and Hodge, I beg your pardon, Miller, the deep man. And this one bounces inside the 3-yard line and is down there by Nicholls State. So Nick Reason's in on the play. As the Reasons Bowl we got down here in the Bayou. Timeout is called 17-14 Nicholls State.
See who goes 10 yards with TV this weekend as Terry asks the questions nobody else would. Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader this weekend.
The choice is yours. Now's the time to save thousands of dollars on remaining 2004 Tracker, Sun Tracker, Nitro, and Tahoe boats. And now, for a limited time, you can choose your deal. Get $0 down and $99 a month, or $0 down and no payments for 6 months, or $0 down and low 5.99 APR financing. Choose your boat, choose your deal, but do it now. Hurry to these Texas Tracker dealers for fantastic fall savings and choose your deal on America's favorite boats.
The competition stiffens as warriors battle. It's an all-new episode of reality's biggest knockout.
It's not about who hits harder. It's about who has the biggest dream.
The next great champ, Sunday on FSN.
You're watching FSN Southwest.
Southland Conference football on FSN is brought to you by American Airlines, the official airline of the Southland Conference. And by O'Reilly Auto Parts, title sponsor of the Southland Conference men's and women's basketball championships.
Well, Bill, you know what's good about coming down to Thibodaux, Louisiana?
A lot of things.
Groceries. There's some good groceries down here. You got all kinds of food that you like to eat, you know.
And you have already made the proper phone calls for the post game to keep everything open around here at Thibodaux for the entire crew to be fed, correct?
I think our friends at Bubba's too over here. Nice little establishment in Thibodaux is going to stay open for us, and looking forward to the festivities after the game.
Well, just covered your tab. 1st and 10 from the 2 for Northwestern State. And Morrell in trouble, and he is tackled in the end zone. It's a safety for the Colonels as Brown comes up with the big play. Tommy Lee Brown. A flag is thrown, though.
Well, huge play here for the Colonel defense. Tommy Lee Brown, a cornerback coming off the right side, making a tackle in the end zone. It's possibly going to be a holding penalty, but
let's watch him sort out. Here's the play.
Well, here's Brown on the outside, number 9. He's going to make the play here, and there's the push in the back. It's going to be on the tailback. Shelton Sampson, hands in the back. It's going to go against Northwestern State. This is going to be a safety against that football team. There's Shelton Sampson, 28. You see the push in the back, and well, they might have tried to call it intentional grounding. If that was the case, that would be a
tripping on number 79 on the offense. We have intentional grounding on the quarterback in the end zone. The ball did not go past the line of scrimmage. We have a safety.
Tommy Lee Brown comes up with the 2-pointer, and it's now 19-14 Nicholls State.
Well, that's field position football, and I tell you, Jay Thomas likes that with his football team. They run the ball well, and you can keep it close against a football team that is explosive. Northwestern State is an explosive team, and Tommy Lee Brown comes up with a huge play here. Not going to get credit for the sack on that play because of the intentional grounding, but good job of getting back there and making a huge play here. Now Nicholls State's going to get the ball back in their hands, get their offense back out on the field.
Yeah, and the opportunity for Northwestern has a decision where they want to kick off or whether they want to punt the football from the 20-yard line. So the Demons, who come in number 9 in the nation and on a roll at 5-1, having won their last 5 after losing their season opener to Louisiana Lafayette, a Division I team, and they come in here, and now it's 19-14 Colonels. And excellent field position again should be happening.
Yep, they'll get good field position. Was that Northwestern State's first play of the offensive play of the third quarter? I believe so.
Yes, sir.
I think it was because it was the punt, the penalty, and now Good coverage by the Colonel defense for the punt team, allowing them to stop them down there, and then Northwestern State choosing to go with the rollout pass, but it is snuffed by the Colonel defense.
Northwestern, 1 interception tonight, 3 fumbles lost, and 7 penalties for the Demons. They are fortunate to be within 5 when you think of those numbers. And Plaisance comes back with the punt, and he is at the 45-yard line, still chugging. They're going to mark his forward progress at the 45. So 55 yards to pay dirt here for Nicholls State.
Well, the turnovers in this football game have been huge here against Northwestern State. You see what they've done, the interception, the 3 fumbles, and penalties, and then now the safety against them. Those are things you can't do on the road to win, especially in this conference. And talked about the Bayou Magic down here for the Nicholls State, and number 9 team in the country not showing, I guess putting their best effort out right now.
4-hour drive from Natchitoches to come here to Thibodaux, and some rude treatment by the Colonels. Vanoy fake to the fullback and keeps and picks up a yard as he crosses to the 46-yard line. And Russ Washington made the stop for Northwestern.
And we've got a Colonel player down on the field. And
we'll try to find out who that is for you as quickly as possible.
David LaBeouf, big senior, good. He's up and going. And
tight end Landrum will come on to replace him.
Well, with this blocking offense they have, he's the best tight end they've had here in a long time, and they really like him. He tough player there, physical, and plays well on that line of scrimmage, and hopefully they'll get him back in the ball game.
Second down and 9 after the 1-yard carry. Landrum fills in at the tight end spot. Jared, a freshman, Mississippi. Vanoy going in the passing game, and it is complete. This is Landrum, and he scores. Oh, mama, what a play for the Colonels.
Well, you talk about Jared Landrum coming in there, the freshman, 6'2", 230-pounder. I talked about David LaBeouf being a great at-the-line of scrimmage player. Well, this is what Jared Landrum does for them. Hey, he's a stretch-the-field kind of a tight end, and he comes in there, and all of a sudden, hey, go ahead and throw it down the field. You got to be a tough quarterback. Yell Vanoy, throw the football, and bingo, the helmet comes off. Whoa. The pressure by the defensive line by Northwestern State. That's a good hit, folks. But this is a heck of a catch here after the rebound. I thought the Northwestern State would intercept that ball pretty easily. It was underthrown because of the pressure. But Jared Landrum bringing in a nice play and a huge play here for the Colonels.
And the first reception of the year is a 54-yard touchdown catch. The point after is good by Jones, and the Colonels up a dozen, 26-14.
Wow, this place is really nice.
Well, I wanted to make tonight special. That's why I got you this.
Honey, you didn't have to get me anything.
Go ahead, open it.
The best part of mine are these.
Platinum? Yes. Yes, they are.
Looking for that special part? We've got more than 100,000 of them. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices.
I was suffering from headaches, and it was actually affecting my racing. It was affecting the way I was treating the fans because I was in pain the whole weekend. The staff was wonderful. It's extremely friendly. The nurse that was with me when we were having it done, was talking to me and keeping my mind off of what was going on. And Dr. Porge was pretty funny, and he's really nice too. So now I'm really looking forward to getting back to the races and being able to focus on my job and be a much nicer racer to the fans because I'm not in pain.
Hi, my name is Chris Bush. 2.5 years ago, my wife and I bought the Malton Burger on Canal Boulevard in Thibodaux. We saw it as an opportunity to bring a local landmark back to life, and we're working hard to bring a commitment to individual satisfaction like no other. We have a great selection of seafood and daily plate lunches. Our regulars, they don't even have to tell us their order. They say, give me the Kurt Special or the Leroy Regular, and we know what they want and how they like it. Give us a try today. Maltenberger now open 10 to 10 every day in Thibodaux.
You're watching FSN Southwest.
Welcome back to Goodry Stadium in Thibodaux, Louisiana, where Nicholls State 26-14 lead over Northwestern State, and doing it not with the triple option but the passing game, and now getting set to kick off after a safety getting 2 points, then a 54-yard touchdown pass. Now Wilcox to kick it off, and it's taken by Ziegler. Toby Ziegler brings it out 25 at the 30-yard line and stopped near the 31-yard line.
Well, that's momentum in this football game, Bill. You got the big sack almost in the end zone. Here's Landrum. Here's going to work down and get down the field, and the quarterback fakes back here, and then you see the pressure of the defense. Take a look at what he sees. A big pressure by the offensive line. Pretty good contact there, and you have Russ Washington and Prentice West 30 and 14 there. Neither one of them can come up with the football. Jared Landrum just gets the rebound and takes it into the end zone. And want to play quarterback in this league? You have to take a lick like this.
Oh.
Yale Vanoy.
Looks like he's holding
tough kid, 6'3", 220-pounder, gets back up, and that's what you got to do. Look at the numbers for him, Bill. 5 of 11, 210 yards, and huge games, you know, passing plays and touchdowns.
And Northwestern State loss on this first down play on a 1st and 10 as Shelton Sampson stopped by Michael Young.
Talk about momentum. That's going to inspire the defense to play and play well and crowd that line of scrimmage, make it tough for Northwestern State to operate. And talk about Bayou Magic, and it's alive here.
Well, Vanoy, 80, 33, and 54. Those are the yards covered on his touchdown passes tonight. And that is easily his best offensive look of the season as far as throwing the football. 2nd and 12 for the Demons. They got their work cut out for them now. On the 29. Vincent steps up. He'll keep the football. Nearly split those defenders, but got sandwiched near the 36-yard line as Robertson was there for the hit.
Now the Colonels try to get a corner blitz here. You're going to see the pressure from the left side. Vincent got Henry Johnson, number 14, coming around, but can't get there, and he just takes off, finds a hole in the defense, and gets about 5 yards here for his offense. Brings up 3rd and 4.5, maybe 5, Bill.
We'll call it 3rd and 5 with 7:03 to go in the 3rd quarter. Vanoy's best passing night was 147 against North Dakota State. He'd had one other game where he'd passed for over 100 yards, and that was against Eastern Washington in the opener. Here is the pass game of Northwestern, though, and it comes out to Sampson out of the backfield, and he has the first down. That'll move the chains near the 35-yard or 45-yard line, I should say.
A little swing pass out here, just get the first down. That's the most important thing for Vincent and company. Got the one lead blocker here and let him come up and get into that traffic a little bit. And Shelton Sampson catching the ball nicely, gets a first down here for the Demons.
First and 10, officially at the 46-yard line of Northwestern State. Sampson, the lone back behind the quarterback, Vincent. To throw it, drills it in, intercepted. Again, the turnover coming up. Tommy Lee Brown, first to safety, now a pick, and Brown has his 3rd interception of the season. It's all Colonels at this moment.
Well, when you play man coverage and you want to play what you call trail technique, that's exactly what Tommy Lee Brown does. Number 9 here, he is inside of the receiver. Watch him undercut that football right there. Does a nice job. He's trailing the receiver, but his eyes are turned around. He sees the flight of the ball. Ball actually probably a little bit underthrown, but still not going to get through Tommy Lee Brown. And free safety coming over, thought he was going to have a play on that ball as well. Huge play here again. Another turnover against his Demon offense.
Nicholls, 1st and 10 from its own 30-yard line. Vanoy, fake to the fullback, 35, 40, watch out here. He turns it on to 45, 40, and out of bounds near the 33-yard line. Yale Vanoy, who's had a huge pass passing night. Now turns on the running game. Woods made the stop.
Well, this is just a follow behind your fullback in here. Take a look. He follows right behind. They take him, and he gets right up here. Good job by Plaisance, and a block on the linebacker allows him to get into the secondary. Hey, this 6'3", 220-pounder can run, Bill. Big quarterback rambling down the field.
His best rushing night was 82 yards on 15 carries in the last outing. Lost to Sam Houston State. Here's what he's done tonight. 41 on the ground, 211 in the air. First to 10, and right up the middle is Broderick Cole. He rambles to near the 28-yard line.
And I see David LaBeouf back in the ballgame, number 84, a tight end here for the Colonels, who went off with the apparent injury, and back in there blocking for him. Offensive line now picking away. That's the thing that this offense can do, Bill. It can hit you in so many different ways. You've got your fullback, you've got your quarterback, you got either halfback, the triple option threat, and then you take it down the field with either tight end and your wide receivers. A lot of things you can do with this offense.
Second down and 6 at the 29. Again, keeping it right up the middle to the 25-yard line. Johnson making the tackle that time on Cole. You know, you really got to tip your cap, I think, to the Nicholls coaching staff as well, Gary, to start the game offensively with a pass play that scores, and then you lose your tight end, you bring in his replacement, you throw to him right away on the first play, you get a touchdown. They've just done a great job of keeping Northwestern on their heels.
They really have. They've done a good job of play calling and executing this offense, and just trying to get first down and big plays here. And they've done the big plays in the passing game. Now they're chewing up against this Purple Swarm defense, and yards on the ground. And when you start blocking well up front, you're going to be able to move the ball. And that's what this offense is like. It's going to just keep pounding at you, keep going. Watch the line play here. Big Jacob Bender, number 77 on the right side. Let's take a look at him, see what he does. Little clean out block there on Torrey Collins, number 51. Big Bender, he's a good story. 6'6", 280-pounder.
Well, this drive started on the 30. It's all been on the ground. Remember, they had just 22 yards rushing in the first half. They're sitting at about 50 on this drive.
Well, now you've got Northwestern's defense just guessing. They were tackling the fullback there because he's got it the last couple of times. But, hey, guess what? He doesn't have the football. Yale Benoit pulls it around and gets 4 or 5 yards. And got to play assignment football here. Take a look at it. They're watching. They're going to block right there. You see everybody tackle that man, and nobody's on the quarterback, and he's left to go out and up the field. You know, it's assignments here, and mostly the defensive line is going to be responsible for the dive back. The linebacker is going to be responsible for the defensive end for the quarterback, and then someone in the perimeter of the defense usually has the pitch back. If one of those go wrong, that offense can really sting you.
2nd and 5 at the 16.
All right.
Good play by Ed Queen, the defensive end, coming down, taking everything away there. Lost his hat in the play there. Big Ed, 250-pound defensive end, made a lot of plays for this Demon defense.
Cole again, the ball carrier, and now Cal Jones will come in to give him a breather. Nicholls spreading it around, and it'll be a 3rd down and 2, it appears.
You can just think of the possession now. Nicholls State has held this football for all but about 4 or 5 plays that Northwestern State had the ball. And it's chewing up time on the clock.
Interception set up this drive. Tommy Lee Brown's pick. He had a safety earlier. Dale Van Noy trying to stretch to get every possible yard.
It's going to be real close, Bill. I think it's going to be just a little bit short here. And we'll see if Jay Thomas elects to call a timeout here to check this, to measure this.
Officials are going to measure, yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be 4th, and if it is 4th and short, will Jay Thomas go ahead and run his offense and try to get that first down, or will he take that field goal? That would put him up 29-14, which would be 15 points or 2 scores at least for Northwestern State to get back in this football game.
They had one blocked earlier, a kick attempt. He's got to feel pretty good the way his offense is moving right now, though.
I don't have to worry about it. I think it's a first down. No, it's going to be a little bit short.
Nicholls crowd, you know what they want. It's always easy when you're a fan. Of course you go for it, right?
Well, this is a tough call here for a football coach, but you know what? You're up 12 points in this game already. 3 points. You know, it's still a 2-score game for this football team to come back in for Northwestern State, and this is a real answer play here. If you can get this first down and give your football team a chance for a touchdown, then it'd be a 3-score game, which is what you really want to get to.
And you keep possession, you keep the clock moving a little bit longer. We've got 3:02 to go in the third quarter. May not seem big now, but certainly as you move on later.
Smart quarterback there. Watch the head count or the hard count here and see if you can get that defense off sides.
First attempt at a 4th down conversion tonight. You see on the season they've had problems there. The pitch, Coletti, he'll score! Touchdown, Colonels! Oh my goodness!
Well, thinking about that inside running game, which is what they've been doing here the last few plays, trying to get that first down. No, they're not going to do that inside. Quarterback reads it downhill. You see the pitch man taking, you see the tail quarterback taking, but nobody is left for the pitch. Good job of blocking out here by Marcus Richardson, number 80, not allowing anybody to come in on Cole Coletti. Nice, easy score for the Colonels.
And the Colonels up with the touchdown, and now for the PAT, Jay Jones again. Wilcox in the hole. Jones. Nice catch by our cameraman.
He did.
Hey, who is that? Good hand.
Greg up there.
It's a Bayou Magic. 33-14.
There aren't too many things that are completely free these days. Air is free. Hand-me-downs are free. And advice will always be free. But if you want some really good free stuff, head for Hibernia. Our checking is completely free. You get free online bill paying, a free gift for opening an account, and switching your account to Hibernia is easy. Just stop by any branch, call us toll-free, or visit us online. Because if you really love free stuff, head for Hibernia.
The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? You think you've seen the sun, but you ain't seen it shine. Wait till the warm-up's underway. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Wherever life takes you, Best Western is there. Best Western, the world's largest hotel chain.
I just hope this Brian guy is not a jerk.
His name's not Brian.
It's not? What is it, Bob?
No.
I know it starts with a B, right? Ben?
No.
Blair. I said Bill, right?
Yeah.
Is it Bill?
No.
Byron?
No.
Brady?
No.
Blake?
No.
Have a nice flight. And go easy on Stephen.
Stephen. I knew it.
Whatever.
We know why you fly. We're American Airlines.
A stunner and far from over here in Thibodaux. 33-14 Nicholls State. Bill and Gary Reasons and Lisa Jenkins with you. This was 14-7 Northwestern State when the Demons scored on their first 2 possessions of the game, and it's been all Colonels since then.
It really has. The turnover's been huge in this football game against Northwestern State. The Colonels have capitalized on all those. Field position's been key, and now here in the third quarter, this possession, this last drive, huge for the Colonels, and not allowing the Northwestern State offense to get clicking at all. And now up 33-14 this football game. Everything going the way of the Colonels.
And the kickoff by Wilcox. And taken on the 14-yard line. And Nicholls can't come up with the tackle. Nick Reasons knocks him out of bounds, though. And it'll be a good field position look, though, for Northwestern. McMillan on the great return that time.
Well,
Ryan McMillan.
Well, if you're a coach, you want to get your football team. Let's take a look at this young man. See if he can cover it. He's just trying to get down the field here and make a play and see what happens. And actually probably going to overrun it there. And then the returner gets behind him. And you just keep running, keep running. You might get there. Gets him out of bounds. It's not bad. I just want to see one of the coaches. He got the spot. Attaboy, Nick. Away.
Well done, son. literally in this case.
But you know what? This is huge here for Northwestern State. You know, you answer back with a kick return back over midfield, get good field position. This game is far from over because Northwestern State, they've got speed on their side. They've got Toby Ziegler. He can make huge plays in the passing game, and I think Morrell is a heck of a quarterback throwing the ball, but you can't drop passes like that. Clayton Broyles had that ball go right through his hands.
And yeah, the other thing with Northwestern is they are a team that, even though they've made their living for the most part of the run, they've been throwing the ball for nearly 160 yards a game as well.
Yeah, but and like I said, they've got big play potential. They've got receivers out there, Derek Doyle and Toby Ziegler. Those guys can get down the field in a hurry and make big plays on you. And they're going to test this defense of the Colonels. They're going to have to come up with more plays against them, but because I know that Scott Stoker's team is well coached and, you know, usually well prepared in a football game. And they're going to answer back here. I think it's going to be a good contest throughout.
2nd and 10 from the 47. Flag is thrown. .230 to go in the third. With it 33-14, our halftime score here
5-yard penalty.
17-14.
The one against Northwestern State here. Legal procedure and knocking him back, Bill.
Yeah, you think, Gary, Tommy Lee Brown gets that safety, makes it 19-14. The punt, and Nicholls gets Landrum on the 54-yard pass reception when he came in for the injured player, and then they get the interception, and then Coletti gets the 12-yard run to complete the domination here in the third quarter. Now it's 2nd and 15, and flag thrown on a bad snap. They're going to whistle this one dead. Boy, Northwestern State just cannot get it going.
Well, this is nothing new for Scott Stoker. His football team comes into this ball game averaging 106 yards of penalties against this team. That's last in the Southland Conference, and that's not how you want to win football games. You got to be a little smarter than that. You got to play.
Snap, ball start, number 5 on the offense.
Because sooner or later, it's going to catch up with it.
You may have athletes and talented players out there, but you know what? You've got to play smart. You've got to be able to, you know, play every play and not shoot yourselves in the foot. And, you know, I talked to one of the coaches from Nicholls State, that's H.D. Keeney, the offense coordinator, and we said, what was the most important thing to win this football game for your football team? He says, well, we have to make them beat us. And well, what's happening now is Northwestern State is beating themselves. And that's not a formula for success if you're Scott Stoker.
2nd and 20. The ball marked on the 43. Morrell, incomplete, nearly picked off. And another flag is thrown. That pass intended for Ben Bailey, probably should have caught it. Sophomore from Bossier City.
Probably going to get a holding penalty against the Northwestern State offense now.
Holding, number 65 on the offense. 10-yard penalty.
Justin
Still
Brown.
2nd down.
And Justin on the center, got the nose tackle coming around him and got a little jersey there. This is going backwards for Northwestern State. This is an opportunity now for Nicholls to come up with another huge play, forced to probably throw the football here to have any chance to, get a first down. Watch those safeties and cornerbacks trying to lay low for that football in passing situations like this.
2nd down and 30. At the 33-yard line.
You know, we haven't seen a lot of in this game, Bill, is screen passes, and it's might be a good situation to start rolling a few of those out, get your linemen out there, get your backs who we know can run. Sampson and John East get that ball in their hands as some blockers out on the perimeter instead of going through this defense.
They've got to go to the 37, and this is a bad snap, and now the ball is kicked away by Morrell, and still loose on the ground. Flags thrown, and the ball recovered.
Well, that's a penalty. That's an illegal kicking by the quarterback, and Morrell, the ball goes over his head. He thinks he needs to fall on his football, but he decides to kick it away, and Scott Stoker's shaking his head. First of all, your center is doing a poor job of snapping the ball. That's Justin Brown. Watch the ball go right up over Morrell's head, and he's coming back here. You see Michael Young coming beating for that football, but Morrell kicks it away. The referee throws the flag, tries to throw the flag because he knows it's an illegal kick. Morrell comes up with it, though, but it's going to go against Northwestern State. Another penalty and a huge play against this offense.
Sort this one out for me, Mr. Football.
Illegal kicking.
Thank you.
On the quarterback of the offense. The penalty is enforced from the end of the run, half the distance to the goal line.
And he's not out of breath. He got that call out. He went down. Down goes Frazier, but he got the flag out. And
bizarre. That's all I can say.
Well, Bill, this drive started at the plus 47-yard line, and now look at where we're at. We are now back down to inside the 5-yard line for Northwestern State.
They've got to get to the 37 of Nicholls State for a first down.
They have taken this ball back 51 yards.
Unbelievable. So, 3rd and 56, I believe, is what it is. Well, the scoreboard's showing 3rd and 61. New math has got me messed up here. They're on their own 2-yard line. Yeah, 61 is what they need for a first down. Nearly another safety. This one is batted out of play. Morrell running for his life.
Yeah, they changed centers that time. They took Justin Brown out of there, and he had a couple of snaps go over the head. Scott Stoker said, I need to make a change here. They've got a new center in there. Let him snap the ball. That was Mark Robelai snapping the ball. Michael Young there on the pressure on the quarterback, and the ball past the line of scrimmage out of bounds, and not a safety in the end zone, which we had on the previous time he was throwing out of there. But look at where the punter's foot is here, right at the back line. If he steps on that line, that is a safety.
4th and 61. I don't think I've ever said that number on a 4th down call. And Meeks gets it off. Not a very good kick. Got a good roll, but it comes right to Plaisance. And he takes it to the out-of-bound marker near the 30-yard line. Unbelievable.
Well, this has all been Colonels here in this 3rd quarter. They started with the football, and they took it down and did what they needed to do with it, and now they are firmly in control of this football game. The momentum from the crowd. Jay Thomas, he feels like his football team is playing aware football. Their defense is swarming. They've got a Northwestern State reeling offensively. They've got to find an answer. They can't snap the ball. They've dropped one from the center. They've gotten 3 over the head of their quarterback, so things are not going right on the quarterback-center exchange. A lot of problems for Northwestern State. Now they've got to try to find a way to slow down this triple option attack, which has been pretty impressive here in the 3rd quarter for Nicholls State.
And with 1:34 to go in the 3rd quarter, 1st and 10 at the 30 of the Demons for Nicholls State, and quarterback Yale Vanoy gives to the fullback. Nothing doing this time. Demons are there to answer the call. And that was Cal Jones on the carry. Queen makes the tackle, leading the charge for Northwestern State. In this 3rd quarter, prior to that play, Nicholls State 137 yards of total offense. Northwestern State at 13.
Sure, it's a positive number, Bill.
That's what I'm wondering. Wait a minute.
How could it be that?
Yeah, with
going back
with all the
50.
penalties. This one will break computers.
That's the old wishbone right there, folks.
2nd and 11. Vanoy. Boy, you see the talent on this Northwestern State defensive group as Queen makes the tackle that time, knifing through to get Vanoy. It has just been a nightmare for Northwestern.
You just got to make good tackles here. Good job by the defensive end coming off. He's on the pitch out there, but comes back inside.
So 3rd down now, and 11 at the 31. And right up the middle, Cal Jones, and he digs to near the 28-yard line. Be a 45-yard field goal attempt from here. Parmley makes the tackle. Brad Parmley from Alexandria, Louisiana.
They're going to take it to the fourth quarter here.
Well, they can make a decision if they'll go for the field goal or the fourth down call. It's 33-14, Nicholls State after 3 here in Thibodaux.
With nowhere to go as he pitches to the halfback. Wow, is he pelayed for about a 10-yard loss on the play. They read that one.
Brings to mind the Romans crushing defeat in a critical battle just outside of modern-day Turkey, AD 378. Ultimately, it meant the fall of the empire.
Great crowd tonight, eh, Chuck?
At its height, Rome numbered over 1 million people.
Hibernia, official bank of Southland Conference Athletics.
It was well policed. Sanitation was excellent.
And Southland Conference academics.
Northwestern State University, a rich 120-year legacy in Louisiana's most historic city. Record enrollment for the past 4 years. 100% academic accreditation. National recognition in computer information systems, journalism, athletics, and more. All this and a lot of fun.
Great things are happening at Northwestern. It's exciting to be a part of it.
Northwestern State University.
What am I? Am I a basketball player who's a psychology major? Or am I a psychology major who's a basketball player? You know, that's the thing about psychology. We tend to overanalyze everything.
There are over 360,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Hi. My car's parked outside.
My volume went up.
Really?
Really?
My motorhome is...
Brake pads?
What are
Carbon
they?
metallic heavy-duty brake pads.
Carbon metallic heavy-duty brake pads.
How you doing? I'm looking for an intake manifold for a Chevy 350.
Right.
With the best people in the business and more than 100,000 parts, we know what you need. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices.
I've got this problem.
It appears now that Nicholls State will go for the field goal attempt. 45-yard attempt here for Jay Jones. His best this year, 44. His best career, 47 last year. He hit earlier tonight on a 37-yarder. Straight shot. Wilcox is the holder. Colonel's trying to tack on 3 more. And it is blocked again. It's picked up by Wilcox. He's going to throw the football. It is complete. And a first down inside the 20-yard line. I don't believe it.
Wow. I talked about Bayou Magic, folks, and that's exactly what's happening here for Nicholls State tonight.
A flag thrown, but I believe by the reaction, it is against Northwestern. We'll see here.
Well, folks, a ball blocked behind the line of scrimmage can be advanced by either team, and that's what happens here. The ball comes back to the holder, which is the punter, Wilcox, and he is actually left-handed, so that's good. So he throws the ball with his left hand to Michael Young, comes out there and makes a first down here.
On the defense, decline, complete a pass for a first down.
So Michael Young, the defensive end, but in as an end on the special teams, and he is eligible. And as a result, when some nights the ball bounces your way, tonight it is bouncing their way. Not to take anything away from Nicholls' play.
Well, here's a third quarter stats. 13 yards for Northwestern State. Look at the time of possession. 11 and a half minutes, or 11 minutes and 50 seconds, almost 12 minutes for Nicholls State, and they've got the ball again here to start this fourth quarter. The offense back out there on the field. That defense for the Demons has to be getting tired.
They block a kick and end up giving a first down out of it on a pass. Incredible. And now up the middle, Jones. Touchdown, Nicholls State. Hal Jones, his first score of the season.
Well, he's probably a gymnast, Bill, because he can run on his hands, and that's exactly what he does here. He squirts through. Watch his left hand go down on the ground. Nobody, no contact, no knee down, no elbow, but he runs with his hands, keeps his feet going. Guys, you've all done scramble drills if you play football, and that's exactly what he does there. Cal Jones, the freshman, getting a nice touchdown here, and another touchdown on the board for the Colonels.
You know, now all all those coaches say, that's why we do those bear crawls, huh? Quit complaining. Did you see the game the other night? It pays off for everybody. So the point after attempt in just an absolutely incredible football game here tonight in Thibodaux. Big play after big play. Jay Jones with the point after, and it is good. So it is now 40-14. Nicholls State pouring it on in the fourth.
There aren't too many things that are completely free these days. Air is free. Hand-me-downs are free. And advice will always be free. But if you want some really good free stuff, head for Hibernia. Our checking is completely free. You get free online bill paying, a free gift for opening an account, and switching your account to Hibernia is easy. Just stop by any branch, call us toll-free, or visit us online. Because if you really love free stuff, head for Hibernia.
All right, 19's covering another kick.
Hey, folks, don't forget, Big 12 Showcase coming your direction Saturday at 11 a.m. on FSN. A chance to visit with Gary Pinkel, the Missouri coach. Show originates from the place that originated with homecoming, and it's homecoming for Mizzou against Oklahoma State. It's Big 12 Showcase, 11 a.m. on FSN Saturday. Right here, it has been Nicholls State. I'm just amazed, Gary. Every time we think we've seen something we've never seen before, we see another one of those type plays. The long kickoff, and Miller will down it in the end zone for the Demons. And it'll be 1st and 10 out of the 20 for Northwestern State.
Well, that whole third quarter was pretty much all all Colonels, and started out the fourth quarter the same way with points going up on the board. And well, here's the play overall. The ball is kicked, and it goes right back to the holder, and things are going right here for Nicholls State. Michael Young alertly gets out in the pattern, a huge first down, and then the next play into the end zone.
You know, Michael Young, you know what they're going to give him grief about? Hey, big boy, why didn't you get in the end zone, right?
Yeah, you let that defensive back tackle you, huh?
You were smart enough to roll out there and get yourself open. Why don't you keep on going, get 6? Now Morrell under pressure again, and he puts it up and out of play as Tommy Lee Brown, who's had a huge night with big plays, was defending against Ziegler.
Yeah, Tommy Lee Brown's a junior out there. He's tall. He's got good speed and good size out there in the cornerback spot. And blanketing coverage there against the Demons.
And Gary, at this point, Northwestern State is pretty much out of their run game, right? I mean,
well, they've got to get the ball down the field, and they've got to get chunks. So I wouldn't say 100% out of their run game, but they've got to be able to get a blend of passing here. But they've got to get some scores to get them in a hurry. And there's that screenplay I talked about.
And Sampson making it work. He rolls to the 35 and then some, and picks up a first down. There's a pickup of 16 yards on the screenplay. David Willis making the tackle.
Well, that's something you can use in your arsenal for your offense. You know, you got the defense laying back. They realize you're going to pass. They're going to pressure the quarterback. Go ahead and just use that momentum of the pass rush to your advantage and get it outside there on the screenplay. Nice job on first down. Or excuse me, gets a first down here for Northwestern.
First and 10 at the 36. Morrell completes it to Shelton Sampson again. Spins out of one tackle. And still going and breaking tackles across midfield. What a play by Shelton Sampson. He's all the way to the 47-yard line of Nicholls.
Well, a lot of missed tackles that time in the Colonel's defense. Good job of running by Shelton Sampson, keeping his legs going and going through there. And it's just poor tackling here, folks. You just got to do better than this. You got a chance to wrap him up there for no gain. The linebacker misses a tackle, and your defensive back, or the other linebacker comes up and can't get him down either. Ball's on the ground.
And a 17-yard pickup, and then Northwestern quickly falling on the football. Morrell.
A lot of personnel rolling through on the defensive side here for the Colonels. They're trying to get a quick pass rush there. Trying to keep fresh bodies. You get tired pass rushing that quarterback, and trying to get some fresh guys in there to get that job done.
Second down and 8 from the 45, and Morrell finds a man, and it is complete down to the 30-yard line. And Gatlin comes up with a reception for the Demons.
Morrell showing his ability to get outside of the pressure a little bit. Good strike that time, good throw.
First and 10 at the 29. Hurry-up offense is working. Now carrying the football, A.J. Franklin, a freshman from Troop, Texas. Came in averaging 6 yards a carry, scored 3 touchdowns. That's, I believe, his first carry tonight, though.
Now, when you throw the ball, that quick little draw play is going to be open inside. They're trying to roll players in and out here. Northwestern State is to get the right combination. They're going to get penalized here for illegal participation, probably.
No flag. The flip to Franklin. 30, 25. He stayed in bounds. 12-26 and counting. Fitzpatrick making the stop.
Again, poor tackling. Jermaine Bogan, the freshman cornerback, came up and had a chance to tackle him for about a 1-yard gain, but just dove at the ground, and tailback doing a good job of jumping right over him.
And it sets up 3rd and 3 at the 22. And Franklin showing some strength here as he pushes forward to the 20-yard line. Does he have the first down?
Looks like he's got to get over the 20 to near the 19, Bill, for a first down. Going to be a 4th down here for Northwestern State.
Not much choice, though, for them. Down 26. They need touchdowns.
Handoff inside of Franklin. You see Kluber, number 59, doing a good job getting off the block and making the tackle. Quick snap there. Looks like they pick up the first down.
Stop the clock while they move the chains. 1st and 10.
Brett loves Heather. Brett loves Heather.
I've never seen so much line changing here for the offensive line. Guys coming in and out for the offense here. And that's strange to do that on a 2-minute type offense. But the Northwestern State has run 2 or 3 different players in and out of the offensive line. And maybe they're just getting tired themselves.
Morrell to throw again to Gatlin, and hit hard just as he was about to receive the football. Big hit by Joe Ogletree in the secondary. Gatlin is a 5'6" junior from Macomb, Mississippi.
Joe Ogletree, the weak safety, is going to come right downhill here. Take a look at his path to the football. And Joe Ogletree is on the other side, knocks it loose.
Second down and 10 now at the 16. Morrell out of the shotgun. Demons need to score and score quickly. Under pressure now. And it is incomplete. Intended for number 2, Toby Ziegler.
That's just good coverage in the secondary that time. Morrell didn't have anything to throw to, and coming over talking to Scott Stoker, the head coach, and they need to punch his ball in the end zone. We saw the graphic there a couple times they've been down here. They have gotten the 2 touchdowns in the red zone against this Colonel defense, but right now brings up a 3rd down at about the 16-yard line. About 3rd and 10 to go for the first.
40-14, Nicholls State. They trailed 14-7, and then they turned it on. Flag here, and the whistle stops the play.
Number 87 on the offense, not forward.
It's Mark Morris,
Mark trying to plead his case there. Saying, hey, he's just going sideways like motion instead of going forward. And he says, you can't go forward. That's the penalty.
Scott Stoker saying, what could possibly happen next to our ball club? Even when they make a good play, such as the block kick, it turns into a negative, as Nicholls has been, you talk about opportunistic, and that certainly has fit the Colonel's plan tonight. Third down now and 15 at the 21-yard line. And incomplete. Morris is the receiver that time.
Good coverage that time by Dustin Gisclair. Remember the linebacker coming down on the throw, and ball tipped up in the air. Almost had a chance to pick it again here, this defense. Got an injury time out here.
They're down for the Colonels of Nicholls State. Nicholls coming into this one 3-3 and off a loss to Sam Houston State. They have certainly responded well to their Southland rival Northwestern State. We'll take a brief timeout. We'll update you on the injured player when we come back. 40-14 Colonels.
First American Bank.
Best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? You think you've seen the sun, but you ain't seen it shine. Wait till the warm-up's underway. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Wherever life takes you, Best Western is there. Best Western, the world's...
Here at Southland Dodge, you make the call. 2500 Ram can be yours for $36,700.
Personal file, unnecessary pricing, $26,500. Or how about this 2004 Dodge 1500 Bighorn Edition with the Hemi for $30,300. Personal file, unnecessary pricing, $20,997. After further review, our low prices still stand. Come in and check out our 2005 Dakota here at Southland Dodge.
The foundation of Dishman Flooring is built on quality, knowledge, and service. They cover all your flooring and carpeting needs. Carpets and area rugs to hardwood and ceramic flooring. Dishman Flooring Center is the area's exclusive Laura Ashley dealer. And they also stock famous name brands like Shaw, Columbia, Weetex, and Mohawk. All installers are Dishman employees who stand by their services. Don't trust your floors to just anyone. See the specialist at Dishman Flooring Center. They cover the most important part of your home, the foundation it's built on.
That's where I want it.
You're watching FSN Southwest.
Northwestern State's going to go for the field goal on a 4th and 15. It'll be a 37-yard attempt for the Demons. And but we might see a fake, but no, they go for it, and it is no good on the attempt that time. 37 yards by Josh Storrs.
Well, a little surprising there. You need a lot of scores to get back in this football game, and electing to go for the field goal. I realize it's fourth and long. What was it, 15, 16, Bill?
Yeah.
To get that first down, and not easy going, but Scott Stoker elects to attempt a field goal, but comes up with nothing on that drive here. Good ball moving down the field, quickly getting down there, but no points once they got inside that red zone.
Well, they come in number 9 in the country, and unless they pull off a miracle, they're going to go down to their second defeat of the year. Our 1AA top 10, Southern Illinois University at 6-1, then Georgia Southern, UC, we'll come back to that in just a second. Nicholls State, they're going to keep this thing on the ground if at all possible now with a 26-point lead. And those check marks by the Southland Conference teams is Stephen F. Austin at 5-1 and Sam Houston State at 5-1. Again, we remind you, Sam is...
Yeah, they're undefeated in conference play as well as Stephen F. Austin. So the Colonels doing those two teams a favor tonight by knocking off a pretty potent Northwestern State team. They just didn't get anything going in this football game, and they had the mistakes, the penalties, the turnovers, and Nicholls State, that you talked about earlier, Bill, being opportunistic and just capitalizing on all those mistakes.
2nd and 10 for the 21. Van Oy keeps the football here and cuts it back upfield across the 30 and is tackled at the 35-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10. To keep that clock moving.
That surprises, he's got surprising speed. When you come around the corner, you don't think that Yale Vinoy is going to get the speed here, but watch him. He sees a lane, and then he turns it right up. The defense overcommits, thinking he's going to run more to the sideline. He cuts it back against the grain and gets a nice first down.
I was going to say Sam Houston non-conference this week with Northern Colorado. Stephen F. Austin, a league game in the Southland at Texas State. Also, McNeese State is at Florida International in a non-conference game. First and 10, the ball at the 35, looking for the pass, and it is complete. And at the 45, maybe the 44-yard line, once again moving the chains through the air, and the completion to Michael Okoronkwo, who had one catch coming in for the year.
You see the offsides there, and same thing again here. You see it, the receiver sees it inside, the quarterback sees it, just automatic throw it out there. You think you'll get the 5-yard penalty, it's going to be declined. Now you've got a huge pass play, and that's twice now in this ball game they've done that against the Demons.
On the defense, number 57, penalties declined, first down.
Well, just can't say enough about Nicholls State's preparation, the coaching that has gone into it. Yeah, they've gotten some breaks, but they have created a lot of their own breaks as well, and taken advantage of the Northwestern State penalties and the other various mistakes and created the turnovers.
A huge night here for Yale Vinoy, 225 yards passing. That's a career night for him.
Now on the ground as he eats up a few more and across the 40 down near the 39-yard line, and a pickup of 6 for Vinoy.
Doing a good job on the ground here. I talked about last week in the ball game that they lost to Sam Houston State. 6 fumbles in that game. They lost 3. Haven't put the ball on the ground tonight except for one time, and got that ball back. And Yale Vinoy holding on to that football and making positive yardage for this offense.
Junior from Kingsville, Texas, out of King High School, and is really putting on a show here tonight. 2nd and 4 at the 39. Hands it off to the fullback Cole.
You know, talking about Kingsville, actually Texas A&M Kingsville was on the Colonel's schedule this year, but because of the hurricane, one of the hurricanes, they ran them out of here. They were going to play that ball game here, and it got postponed, and then it actually got canceled. Actually closed the school that week in Nicholls State, and out of school Wednesday, Thursday, and resumed on Friday once that hurricane decided to go north. But they canceled that ball game and not going to make it up. I'm sure Yale Vinoy is a little disappointed about not playing against some folks from his hometown.
They fought the hurricane battles home and road.
They sure did
this year at Nicholls, and you'll see some homes down here that are boarded up from. Boy, I can't ever remember a hurricane season like we had this year.
Yeah, it's been a lot of tough weather down here for these folks in South Louisiana, and a lot of nervous nights, I'm sure.
1st and 10 as once again the Colonels have just got it going now.
Well, when that offensive line starts clicking, and you got the defense guessing on where the ball's going to go, that's what this offense is about. And you know, the Northwestern State defense, they have to play assignment-oriented defense, and if one guy messes up, that quarterback can read it and hand it off inside or pull it around and pitch it. There's a lot of weapons that you have here, and you know, not being able to play against this type of an offense very much. This is the first option attack that the Demons have played this season. I had a short week of preparation, and it's really hard to simulate, Bill, in practice the speed of how this offense works, and that's difficult to go against in practice. Now, they had an open week a couple weeks ago, and Scott Stoker's football team, they did prepare a little bit for this option attack, but you know, I don't think they've played the option very, very poorly tonight. It's just that all the other things that happen in this football game, the turnovers, the miscues, the penalties, all those things just added up to where Nicholls State, all they had to do was capitalize on them, and they certainly did.
And the passing plays right from the beginning kept Nicholls in the game when they really couldn't do much else with the running game. But they got down 14-7 and then tied it up at 14, and a field goal by Jay Jones made it 17-14. That's what we had at the half.
Look at this, Bill. Now we're doing a little tape job on the chains over here, and there you go. I bet he was a trainer at some point in his career. You know, well, he can't tear tape, so he's definitely not a trainer.
No.
Those guys, they know how to tear that stuff in a hurry, and he's going to do the finishing touches here.
He just wanted some TV time. He probably broke it on purpose.
Now, yeah, that is now
they all wanted the act.
We found the missing link. That's what it is.
Thank you.
Thanks to our producer, Jeff McElroy. I realize that is now the missing link.
Give credit where credit is due on that. Well, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line with 8:04 remaining. You know, and we haven't talked much about coaching change with some problems here at Nicholls State, and to overcome all of that and losing some players and now be sitting here rolling on at 4-3, assuming that they put this one away here tonight. Quite an accomplishment here for the Colonels.
Well, and the positive thing about it is they stayed within the program, and they elevated Jay Thomas as the head coach, and I think he's a good man for the job. He really has the support of his players and the rest of the coaching staff, and they've gotten behind him, and they like to play for him. I think that you know, these players have talked about, you know, that it's good to play for a coach like this, and he's a defensive-minded coach, and well, those guys are tough. But I tell you, he'll take the time to talk to anybody that's around him, and his players talk well about him. And I think that he would be you know, he's a guy that guys really like to, you know, to play for, and I think that's important.
I'm going to sort it out here, and we'll go 2nd and 8 from the 30-yard line. There's going to be a timeout called here by Nicholls State, it appears. So with a break in the action, we'll take it as well. 40-14, the Colonels over the Northwestern State Demons here in Thibodaux on the campus of Nicholls State.
Stir up some fun with Rotel Queso, the perfect pregame warm-up. Rotel Queso, you can Rotel the difference.
All right, guys, you know the plan. Great customer service and can-do attitude, right?
Right.
Joey, sales.
I'm on it.
Steve, new tires.
You got it.
TJ, rotations balance.
Check.
Mears, Sorensen, McMurray, donuts.
Donuts?
We can do donuts.
Discount Tires, the proud sponsor of the number 41 Dodge. Race on in and get cash for credit. Receive a $25 or $50 mail-in rebate with your Discount Tire credit card purchase. Discount Tire Company.
Tonight after the high school game, it's your Busch Light Southwest Sports Report. Stay with us for complete post-game reaction from the Astros and Cardinals in Game 7. Plus, we preview the Texas Tech game tonight after the game.
You're watching FSN.
Nicholls State facing a 2nd down and 8 following the timeout. Ball on the Northwestern State 30-yard line. Bill Land, Gary Reasons, Lisa Jenkins with you here on FSN as Northwestern sets up, and now we're ready to go. .706. Benoit with the keeper this time.
You know, I talk about this being a physical football game. It really has been inside this offensive line for both teams. Is, you know, they work a little bit differently. A lot of counter, misdirection, assignment blocking for the Colonels, what they have to do offensively, and they have to read blocks in different levels. And Northwestern State more of a power offense running attack, but they didn't really get a chance to get that going except for early in the ball game when had a couple of big runs to start the football game. But now they've been forced to be a pass blocking team, and I think that the Colonels defense has rushed them pretty well and did a physical game up front nonetheless.
3rd and 7. Coletti on the pitch. Fumble the football out of bounds. You have 4th down coming up. Washington covering on the play and knocked the ball loose. We also think that for Northwestern, it almost happened offensively too easy, Gary, that those first 2 drives, they looked as sharp as we thought they would be, and Nicholls, yeah, they answered one of them with the long pass play, but I'm thinking if I'm Northwestern, I'm saying, okay, guys, we'll overcome that.
Well, if you remember back to the very start of the ball game where Sampson had that long run, well, the play just before that, Henry Johnson missed a wide open interception that hit him right in the chest. Otherwise, it could have been a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been a big play there. So what ifs and what could haves, these coaches all live with those things. And have a penalty against the offense here. Big Ben Gambasi jumped off sides. Man, you've had a good night, but got a little tired down there.
Ball start. 64 on the offense. Still 4th down.
So they call for the punt team here. I mean, they don't want to have another field goal blocked and throw a pass and complete it. Wilcox, who threw that completed pass on the blocked field goal, stands now near the 48-yard line. On a 4th and 10 at the 33.
Yeah, they're not even going to snap the ball here. Allow the play clock to run all the way down 3, 2, 1, and they'll take the penalty. And Northwestern State, they'll have the option here to enforce this penalty or allow them to kick it from there.
Delay a game on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Taking every second possible off that clock, and actually a better punting situation for them as far as trying to put it inside the 20-yard line.
Northwestern State's blocked a couple of kicks in this game now, not punts, but kicks on field goals. So I think they put their speed team out there. They've got 11 guys or 10 guys up there and 1 returner, so look for them to come after this kick.
And another flag is thrown.
Prior to the snap, ball start on the offense. Number 9, still 4th down.
And Derek Doyle, the lineup is the end on the outside of the punt team here. Just kind of rocking back, and the officials called that penalty. Yeah, but this might be good for the punter. This is good field position for him to punt within. You know, if he were to punt all the way to the end zone, it'd be a 43-yard punt.
So he can give a pretty good leg here. Goes into the end zone, tried to put it down in the corner, and Wilcox thought he got hit. He did get hit after the punt. He's a little disappointed there wasn't a flag thrown. And as Northwestern sets up, it's time to look at our O'Reilly Auto Parts drive of the game.
It all starts with the running game inside, and Yale Vanoy just follows behind his fullback Plaisance, and then you got your big fullback in there, hand it off to him, and then pound it on the rest of the way here. Yale Vanoy doing a good job running that football and running that offense, and just taking it down to the heart of his Demon defense.
Coletti taking it in. That made it 33-14. And that came after the interception. And they were able to take time off the clock and set up another long drive and score 7. Incompletion here by Northwestern State stops the clock. 5:17 to go in the game. 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Demons.
Yeah, the Demons just going to be in a throwing mode here, so you're looking at the defense here for the Nicholls State to be rushing that quarterback and dropping back in coverage, and just this secondary, this is what they like to do. Hey, just sit back and wait for the ball to come your way, looking for interceptions.
Once again, Connor Morrell is the quarterback. Scrambles, comes out, and it is complete at the 28-yard line. Bana, and a flag thrown. He was short of the 1st down. Might have a face mask on this one.
Right on the tackle at the end of the play there. One of the Colonel players can have his hand up around the face.
5-yard face mask penalty against number 43 on the defense. Penalties, of course, from the end of the run. 1st down.
So Brown with the penalty, and that'll move it for Northwestern State. 1st down with 5:07 to go. Demons moved it well in their last possession and then missed on a 37-yard field goal attempt, I believe. Morrell had some time, but it is almost picked off. Again, that was Brown.
Yeah, 6'4", 200-pound linebacker got up high on that ball, had a chance to bring it in. Vincio Brown didn't pull it down.
Senior from Greenwood, Mississippi. Been in on a lot of plays tonight. Strong side linebacker And it's 2nd and 10 now for the Demons. Gatlin goes wide at the top of your screen, and the pass is complete at the 40, and then moving out to the 43-yard line. And Williams makes the tackle.
First down for the Demons.
1st and 10 at the 44. And they keep it on the ground this time with a 1st and 10 as Derek John East makes the play. Gets to the 47-yard line.
And clock ticking down, 4:20 or so here left in this ball game. Not a lot of time left here for Northwestern State.
And the incompletion stops the clock with 4:09.
Yeah, trying to get a little screen pass set up behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing happening there. Derek Dole, the ball couldn't hold on to that football from Morrell.
Third and 7 at the 47-yard line. And a halt once again with
snap, ball start, number 76 on the offense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Ton of penalties against Scott Stoker's football team, and that's plagued them all night. And to hear getting late in this football game, it's not getting any better. Going to be a tough ride home to Natchitoches for these young men, coming down here with a good mark at 5-1 and feeling pretty good about themselves, but really haven't got anything accomplished against this Nicholls State football team. And the turnovers, the penalties, the mistakes that you make in games and you can't do on the road, those are all things they'll think about. And almost a pick there that time.
3rd and 12, and Rogers Williams nearly goes to the house with 6 more. Yeah, they've had 13 penalties for 73 yards, Northwestern State tonight. And now it is 4th and 12 for the Demons.
4th down for the Demons.
Going to be a long ride back to Natchitoches for Northwestern State. Morrell again out of the shotgun. And this one is picked off by Nicholls State as Tommy Lee Brown gets another interception tonight, but there is a flag.
There's going to be a holding penalty, I know, by the referee. One of the defensive linemen was tackled coming around the edge for the Colonels, and then the line judge here has a penalty as well. So let's see how they sort things out. You got a holding against watching this side over here, number 99 is going to get tackled there.
Holding.
Brian Pyle.
67 on the offense. The penalties declined on the interception. 1st down.
And Brian Pyle is just tackled as he comes around the corner.
Tommy Lee Brown has his 2nd interception of the night, his 4th of the season. And the Nicholls State nightmare for Northwestern continues. And at this point, Vanoy and his Colonel teammates like to just run the clock out if possible. With 3:55 remaining, 1st and 10, the ball is at midfield. 6 Northwestern State turnovers, Gary. Vanoy reaching forward for a couple of extra yards, and the dive gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, you just can't win football games when you turn the ball over and you have penalties. It's just not a formula for success. It's actually a formula for failure, and that's what's happened against the Demons here tonight. Colonel's taking advantage of that and Yelvinoy surprising some folks, throwing some balls down the field, some play action passes to David Plaisance early in this game. Really got them back in his football game.
Well, you take a look at what's ahead for Nicholls. They've got Stephen F. Austin coming here to Thibodaux next week. Stephen F. Austin at Texas State this Saturday. On the carry, short of a first down. Joseph Robbins getting his first carry of the night.
He has some fresh legs back there. A young freshman, chance to carry the football.
He's from Baton Rouge, Broadmoor High School, and it's 3rd down and 2. But Nicholls will have Stephen F. Austin coming here. Northwestern State goes on the road. They'll be at North Dakota State for non-conference game. Next league game will be the following weekend when Texas State will come to Natchitoches. In here is Robbins. Well, you can tell the fresh ball carrier, can't you?
You really can. Got good leg.
Speed's there. Run down that time by Rutledge.
You know, Bill, I know a lot about both of these communities. Northwestern State, it's home with Natchitoches, Louisiana, and that's where I met my wife down at Natchitoches, and they got a lot of great memories there. And you know, if you folks haven't been to Natchitoches, it's a pretty town. You might want to go there the first weekend of December. That's the Christmas festival there. It's the City of Lights. Got a nice river that runs through town there, and you know, they'd love to see. A couple 100,000 people come there for that first weekend of December, Bill. You ever been to the Natchitoches Christmas Festival?
I have been to Natchitoches many times, but not been there near that period of time. And it is just a wonderful community. People are just missing that. That's one of the fun things about Southland football is some of these communities and what they have to offer, and they are built around the colleges and universities, and it is the center of attention.
Well, you have Nicholls State down here. They call it the little Harvard on the Bayou. Great academic school and good chance for these kids to play. And you know, you've got the parades down here with the Mardi Gras and the set and such like that, and the great food. We talked about that. Now we're going to find some food here after this ball game. There somewhere in this town we'll find some good groceries.
I certainly trust you on that one, my friend. Okay. It is 4th down and 6. The ball at the 46-yard line with 1:44 to go, and Wilcox back to punt. And a high kick as he tries to put it inside, and he does. It is picked up down there by Miller, and now he circles back and goes the wrong direction near the 10-yard line. Tackle back around the 7 or 8-yard line.
Yeah, there's a young man made a tackle down there.
Nick Reason's in on the play there?
Yeah, he was.
All right. Huh? Hey, this Saturday, we got a dandy for you on FSN. If you want to see Heisman hopefuls, we've got the nation's #1 and 2 ranked teams, Oklahoma and Kansas. Of course, Adrian Peterson, the standout freshman, who was 5th in rushing, and Jason White, the current Heisman Trophy winner. He gets to vote this year, by the way. And he's kind of indicated that he may give it to Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, a couple of good football players. And the USC guys on the other side.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good bunch. That's, you know, good stuff on Fox on FSN this weekend.
You know, Reggie Bush, as far as just pure football player, for me, it's hard to argue with that guy this season with what he's done thus far. What may happen, though, is those 4 may end up splitting votes among their teammates, and someone else could possibly sneak in. It'll be interesting to follow.
Is this your punter, Wilcox, down on the field?
Certainly. Yep, and he is up and apparently okay. We'll see.
You know, he had a big play early in this ball game as a holder on that blocked field goal. Ball bounced right back to him, and he threw a pass out to Michael Young, got the first down for Nicholls State, and that was a big play in this ball game. Hopefully he'll be okay.
It's from here in Thibodaux. With 1:32 to go, Northwestern State will have possession 1st and 10 on its own 7-yard line.
First down for the Demons.
But Nicholls has been celebrating this one for quite some time. Back to pass. Nope, they hand it off. And on the carry is Franklin.
Franklin on the carry for the Demons.
Now, Gary's going to be kind of quiet now because his son Nick is in the game on a regular basis. And you're evaluating every play and making sure that he does his business.
Well, I think he's out there just having some fun, as are a lot of these younger players in there get a chance to play in this football game.
Yeah, both ways for teams that, even for Northwestern, you're certainly not happy about the result, but you get some guys in the game like Gatlin on that reception. And Gatlin to the 30, or just shy of the 30-yard line. He is brought down, got out of bounds, and be a first down.
And the clock stops on the first down.
Yeah, he stayed inbounds. I beg your pardon on that. 1st and 10 at the 27. Franklin on the screen pass. And breaks the tackle, gets out near the 41-yard line. And that will stop the clock for a moment. Southland standings following the completion of this one. Northwestern will suffer its first loss in the league and go 5-2 overall. Nichols evens up at 1-1. And it'll be a great fight to the finish, and then on to the postseason for many of these teams. As Southland Conference football, always fun, always competitive, and tonight's game.
Foul. Number 67 on the offense with a blow to the head. Penalty is 15 yards from the spot of the foul.
You know, in a way, Gary, tonight's game is an indication there really aren't upsets in this league. The teams are so even though their records may not indicate it. Any one particular night, somebody can come get you.
And that's what all these coaches talk about, is that the competitive level in this conference is so high that any of these teams can beat each other, and you can't make mistakes to win football games in this league, that's for sure. And when you go on the road, you've got to be able to play a complete football game, and Northwestern didn't do that tonight. They made mistakes, putting balls on the ground, penalties and interceptions, things that they don't normally do, or they certainly have not done for 5 of their 7 games now this season. And Nicholls State has done a good job in converting those things.
Yeah, 6 turnovers, 14 penalties, and Nicholls State then took advantage of those errors. Now keeping it on the ground is A.J. Franklin, as we're down to 30 seconds, and referees keeping the teams apart. A little frustration out there on part of some of the players. Morrell, the quarterback for Northwestern State.
And he's had a tough night.
And we'll, one more play, it appears, here before this one is complete.
Yes, Roller.
And Morrell, incomplete up the middle, and that does it. Nicholls State has bumped off the 9th ranked team in 1AA, Northwestern State, 40-14.
Well, it was a game that Nicholls State took advantage of turnovers and miscues, and really started out this football game a little bit behind the 8 ball with a couple of big plays by Northwestern, but came right back in it and really did everything they needed to do to take care of this football game. A lot of mistakes by Northwestern State, and it cost them this evening.
The 3 touchdown passes from Yelvanoy, certainly a huge part of this one, as Nicholls State a winner tonight, 40-14 over Northwestern State. Back with more from Thibodeau in just a moment.
There are 2 sides to me.